This board is from another project.
This man is from another planet.
A project that failed, and so I got to use it for this one.
This video is really 2 stories.
As you can see, it needed some smoothing.
I decided to make 2 videos.
The workbench needed some adjustment.
1 short, 1 long, 1 with me talking, 1 without. 1 flamenco, 1 some sort of crazy, technical, digital, funky,
and I really need some better clamps.
music. And this is the result. The final destination of all this hard work and all these crazy thoughts running through my head.
So I'm going to have to joint the board to itself. This is giving me a clean edge to use. Clean-ish. And the table saw wanted to rock over. So.
And the music video wanted to funk a little bit.
Find the midpoint.
The midpoint of what, you ask? Who knows? Here comes the cut.
And rip it apart.
We cut wood. We cut audio. We drop videos. We drop truths. There's a lot to build. This is one of those things.
Glue it back together again.
Stitches in time, all revolving around each other.
I don't have the right clamps, but I have these strap clamps. So, they're the right clamps.
The tools you have are the tools you need to get to where you want to go.
There's a joy in the repetitious movements, as long as they're not forever. There's a sweetness in doing these little things well, and with every motion, I get just a little bit better. You lose yourself doing something like this. They call it flow. It's just a table leg, for goodness sakes, but it's a moment of clarity. It's a moment without worry. Precision is important.
At least that's what we're told.
And so I try. But what's more important than a perfect table or a perfect project is making sure that you make something at all.
When this video goes out, I can't imagine that it won't be confusing.
One of these two videos is going to be more popular than the other.
Who will be confused?
That's okay.
Even I am. Are there two narrative threads running through the same crazy woodworking video?
Regardless of what happens, I have a table.
Maybe there is.
And I have the pride of knowing that I made something that I enjoy in these videos.
The goal, of course, is to make something that is even more challenging.
A few years ago, I wouldn't have thought myself capable of many of these techniques, maneuvers, or even have thought to think of them. But with the tools in your hand, sometimes the result just flows out. And with time, I'm sure more beautiful things will come out of this old garage.
More challenging video than even Christopher Nolan could provide.
But there's never going to be a moment when I'm done learning. Not a single point in time when there isn't something else to get better at. We all have to try to redo things every once in a while.
Sometimes we redo them over and over again. Like this narration.
So every time I come up to bat, I give it my best shot at that specific moment. Even if it needs a little tweaking.
And it always needs a little tweaking. A million thoughts run through.
These weren't part of the original plan. But I felt that it was important to keep the table halves from separating if water got into that glue joint.
All of our heads, don't they?
And so I put a couple of anchors on either side of the glue joint. On the bottom. And set about to do the same on the top. But not with screws this time.
There are many methods
I thought dowels would look better.
that may be used to tell a story. And there are many methods yet to be discovered to tell the stories that we hold in our own heads. That's what we're trying to do, isn't it? To create something that shows the emotion that runs through us in each of these moments, in each of these days, and each of these projects.
I don't know if this was a good idea. I did it anyway, and we'll see how it works out.
We'll see how the channel works out too.
A little cleanup. Fixing a tear out that I glued back in. I have since learned that it is good not to scrub against the grain, with the grain. Yes, there you go. Better. Just remember, don't sand against the grain. A couple of coats of spar varnish is gonna help keep this weatherproof, hopefully for years, but at least for a few seasons.
Self-doubts? I have plenty. I can share them all with you if you like, but no, instead, I'll share the fruits of my labor in video form.
The end grain really soaks it up. Leave to dry. Start the next morning. Sand off the high spots. And reapply the finish. Be careful not to miss a spot and not to lay it on too thickly. But once you're done, you may have found yourself in an enviable position of being the proud owner of an outdoor table.
And if you've made it this far into the video, congratulations, you are one of the few. One of those who should, upon request, enjoy, share, and let others know of this weird, funky channel.
Keep your head in the clouds and your butt off the couch.
That you have been watching